Imagine a world where speaking your mind, pursuing your education, or simply dreaming of a better future can cost you your life. Would you stand up and raise your voice, or would you remain silent in the face of fear? This is the story of Malala Yousafzai, a young girl who refused to be silenced and became a symbol of hope and courage for millions. Malala Yousafzai was born in Mingora, Pakistan in 1997, in a region known as the Swat Valley, a place of stunning natural beauty, but also deep-rooted tradition and, at times, extreme violence. Her father, Ziauddin Yousafzai, ran a small school for girls, believing that education was the key to a brighter future. He taught Malala the power of words, the importance of speaking out, and the courage to stand up for what is right. But in 2007, the peace of the Swat Valley was shattered when the Taliban took control, imposing strict Sharia law and banning girls from attending school. They destroyed hundreds of schools, executed those who opposed them, and used fear to silence entire communities. Malala, just 11 years old at the time, refused to accept this new reality. She began writing a BBC blog under the pseudonym Gul Makai, describing life under Taliban rule and the importance of education for girls. Her words, full of hope and quiet defiance, reached readers around the world, exposing the brutal truth of life in the Swat Valley. She wrote, "I had a terrible dream. I was afraid to go to school because the Taliban had issued an edict banning all girls from attending schools." As her voice grew louder, so did the threats against her. The Taliban issued death threats, but Malala continued to speak out, becoming a symbol of resistance, a beacon of hope in a place shrouded in fear. Then on October 9, 2012, as Malala rode a crowded school bus home with her friends, a masked gunman boarded the vehicle. He demanded to know which of the girls was Malala. When she identified herself, he raised his gun and fired 3 shots at point-blank range, one of the bullets striking Malala in the head. As she lay bleeding, the world held its breath. Doctors raced to save her, airlifting her to a hospital in Peshawar, then on to the United Kingdom for further treatment. Miraculously, Malala survived, waking up days later in a strange hospital bed, surrounded by strangers speaking a language she barely understood. But even as her body healed, her spirit remained unbroken. Instead of retreating into silence, Malala's voice grew louder. She continued to advocate for girls' education, speaking at the United Nations, meeting with world leaders, and founding the Malala Fund, a non-profit organization dedicated to fighting for the rights of girls around the world. In 2014, at just 17 years old, Malala became the youngest ever recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize, a symbol of courage and resilience for millions. Her autobiography, I Am Malala, became a global bestseller, spreading her message of hope to every corner of the globe. Today, Malala continues to fight for the education of girls, using her voice to speak for those who cannot. She remains a powerful reminder that even the smallest voice can change the world. Malala's journey echoes the ancient Pashto proverb, "When the heart is pure, the tongue speaks truth." Her words cut through the darkness of fear and oppression, becoming a light for millions seeking freedom and education. So what can we learn from the life of Malala Yousafzai? That even in the face of overwhelming fear, even when the world tries to silence you, your voice matters. That one person, armed with nothing but the truth, can change the world. If this story inspired you, share it with someone who needs a reminder that their voice has power. Subscribe to Unseen Triumphs for more stories of unbreakable spirit and untold courage. Hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe for more powerful stories of resilience, sacrifice, and the power of the human spirit.